prosperity. I hope adequate measures will be taken as a decisive actions to address this pressing issue. By implementing strategic measures to alleviate fuel scarcity, you can foster an environment conducive to economic prosperity and social well-being. As we stand at the precipice of progress, let us seize this opportunity to steer our nation towards a brighter future. With your leadership and visions, we can overcome the challenges before us and pave the way for a more prosperous and equitable Nigeria. This is powered by Honorable Felix Akpunko, JP, from the Igbo community. Interestingly, Honorable Felix Akpunko JP is seated to my right in the studio this morning live, and he'll be saying good morning to our listener and viewer. Honorable,
good morning to our listeners. Stay tuned and remain blessed.
Lovely. Again, you've heard the voice of Honorable Felix Akpunko JP. He has been one of the major contributors on our program. He would do this every day, and we truly appreciate him for doing that. Again, to my left, to talk about fuel scarcity in the country, how it affects business, how it affects the generality of our existence, is Mr. Danjuma Zira, a businessman to the core. He is from the Mexico community here in Plateau State, Nigeria. He'll be saying good morning to our listener and viewer. Mr. Danjuma.
Good morning, listeners and viewers. I'm happy to be here, and it's good to have me here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Coincidentally, the Igbo community and the Mexico community, though we're not here to talk about the Igbo community and Mexico community, we're here to talk about how businesses are being affected by the scarcity of premium motor spirit, that is fuel, at the moment. They are very, very one most industrious people that we have in this great nation or country, Nigeria. And for us on the plateau, we're so happy to have them all over, and they're doing just well. We truly appreciate you for the businesses and other things you're doing to make Plateau the Plateau of our dreams. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, very quickly, now let's talk about how this has been of a great concern. I think I'll begin with Honorable Felix in the studio. How do you intend to describe how hard the situation, fuel scarcity is at the moment?
Honestly, I don't know how to say, but let me say, it's a hell in this country. We're in a hellfire. Because I remembered when Tinubu wanted to take over, he said he would make life to be good for us. But I'm telling you, the life is so miserable to all of us. The fuel has almost, in fact, I can't drive my car. A liter today is 1,000 naira. And you don't even have the money to get it. There are people that they live on daily pay. If they don't go to work, they're not going to benefit anything. But today, those people are being strangulated. They don't have any hope. So I want to ask, is there any hope in this country of Nigeria? Because the promises of the politicians, what they have been telling us, they don't do that. And the funny thing is that our stakeholders and the politicians are town criers and they are professional beggars. Instead of them to stand for the masses, they don't stand for the masses, and it is quite unfortunate. Go to Botswana, go to Cameroon, go to Ghana, go to Benin Republic, go to Senegal. You see the masses, they will stand for their rights, and everyone will support, despite your tribal sentiment, despite your religion affiliation. But in this country, it's a terrible thing, honestly. And if it continue like this, I wonder what will happen in the next few weeks. Because the business is no more thriving. Most of the smaller businesses have closed. I say, is it the promise of Tinubu that he said he wanted to help the little micro financial business people? We are dying of hunger because of the fuel prices. And to electrical electricity tariff. Now you pay 1,000 for 4 units. It's unbearable, honestly. It's so painful. Things are not working well in this country, and nobody is saying anything. Like they have been so much hypnotized. You don't want to make, nobody want to say anything. I remember when Good Luck was there, a little increase of fuel, the whole country got into fire. But today, I don't know, where is that spirit? Nigeria is so docile, and I don't know what is happening in this country. So I hope that things will be addressed properly, because the time is running too fast. And we're in a time bomb, sorry to tell you. I'm telling you without mixing words. People are suffering. Before you know it, and if people start going to the street, it will be a very big calamity in this country.
Okay, Mr. Felix, are you of the view that, or suggesting that, why criminalities and criminal, acts, tends to, be on the increase? Is it as a result of hardship?
Exactly. When things are hard, there are people that they cannot hold to their faith or hold to their conscience. They must look for daily pay. And you know that when you don't have anything to do, they say an idle mind is a devil workshop. The youths, sorry to tell you, the youth in Nigeria are wasted because there is no hope. So if you have a job you're doing, even as a grown-up, if you have a job you're doing, you'll be occupied with that job. But when you don't have anything you're doing, before you know it, you see a lot of courtesy, you see a lot of people going to do abnormal things because of what? There is no hope of getting food or daily food for a day. It's so unfortunate.
Before Mr. Danjuma gets to speak, Mr. Honorable Felix, you said that there is no hope again, but how can we revive the hope? Because I really cannot say bye-bye on this program without letting you also proffer solutions in your capacity. So what is that solution, so that there will be hope at least?
You see, in a working environment, in a working system, the Senate knows what to do to checkmate the executive, the House of Rep, the House of Assembly. But as I told you, I said, you see the politicians, they don't have conscience. Sorry to tell you this. I'm telling you without mixing words.
Okay. Is it that some of them, or you feel you generalize this to all politicians?
If 30% have conscience and 70 they don't have conscience,
so you just leave it to
it has overwhelmed the main thing we're looking at.
All
so
right.
what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say is that you remember what the president told us. He said he's going to stimulate most of his aids. He's going to cut his excesses. And medical treatment should be done here in the country. But is he doing that? Since he came to office, he has gone out many times for medical checkup. Is he doing the right thing? If you are doing the right thing, others will follow. But he's not doing the right thing, so everybody to your tent, oh Israel. You see the kind of exotic cars, he gave them expensive cars. He gave them what they deserved. And so everybody, because they are there, we the masses, it is quite unfortunate.
Okay, Honorable Felix, still before Danjuma gets to speak, still about Mr. President is not doing the right thing. And I'm sure you're not putting it as a blanket statement. I'm sure there are a couple of things he has done that he has, been given some applause there. People have clapped for him for some certain policies introduced, and also at the implementation level to some extent. Even the, it's 25% increment in terms of minimum wage. That too is said to be a good thing, but then others are of the opinion that should be increased. It should not be of that mega percentage. So I want to believe there are a couple of things that are rightfully done by Mr. President.
Yes, there are things that he has done well. But when you bring a policy, you don't implement it well, you don't have a follow-up, it's as good as you're not doing well. Because if you have increased the salaries of the people in the federal ministry, and the state are being stagnated, it's not the same market they go to. It's the same market they go to.
Right.
But what am I saying as a matter of fact? I'm not saying that we must, if a government is not doing well, we criticize the government to buckle up. I don't have any hatred on anybody. But I'm saying when things are not working well, we should stand our feet and say this is not working well.
Okay, instead of being silenced, you should be there to speak out. And on this note, I turn to Mr. Danjuma. He's a businessman. And how best can you describe the situation now, looking at fuel scarcity?
Good morning once more, listeners.
You're welcome.
As it is, the real truth is that the current situation now, especially the fuel scarcity or hike in price of oil, is something that is really alarming.
Okay.
That's the truth. Because if you move out there, I think I was coming out of the house on Wednesday. That was the office day.
Yes.
You see the number of people on the street. No
Stranded.
vehicle, very stranded, no keke, no vehicle, nothing to take them to where they're going to. And if you check, most of those people are going to work. At times, maybe their late query may be given to them, or 1 or 2 issues may be given to them. Then apart from this, you move around. Okay, yesterday I was trying to get a watermelon. You hear you met a watermelon sell like something that was 100 naira, 200 before. Now she said it's 300. I now asked, madam, what's the problem? That have I not heard about the price of transportation now? I said, madam, has it affected these two that you're giving me at 300 or 200 that we usually buy before? She said, that a complete watermelon now is around 1,000 plus. I said, is it because of the foil too? She said, yes. They don't do it here. Mostly they bring it from somewhere else. So what am I trying to say? It's really affecting even the consumers, the traders, and it affects everybody. Now I was coming, like I was telling you, on my way coming, my foil got at least finished. I queue up in a particular filling station when I was coming along this British route.
All right.
Before you know, I joined a queue. I stayed there for almost 30 minutes plus. I didn't even see any hope. I just had to drive my car out. I went to a flea to the black market to buy. How much is a liter? 1,300. 1,400.
1,400.
Yes, 1,400. If you move to other place, they will even tell you it's 1,500. If you go to filling station, it's 900. It's 1,000 naira. Most of the black markets in filling station.
Well,
now, if you go to place like NNPC, it's nowhere to even shook your head. There's no how you can get there. Yes, you see the government official will just come and pass in straight, get their foil and move away. And like my brother has said, it's like the government has shown maybe a deaf ear to the problem that we have in the country, because maybe all their bodies have been taken care of by the government. Maybe most of the politicians. Why am I saying this? You see them coming in, they don't join queue, they just pass straight and get their fuel. And maybe it's a directive from where they're coming from, as the executive class. Then they don't think of the masses. What are we passing through?
Okay, the government officials, whether at executive or whatever you have there. Now, these are people, with too much things to do just to better the lives of their citizens. Now, so would you rather they join the queue and stay all day just to get fuel before resuming work, to do some things and put some policies in place and implement them for the welfare of the people?
Like I said, it all depends on. Now, what am I trying to say? They go for their normal businesses. We also have our business. Let me give an example to myself. Mostly if you buy goods from my shop, I have a delivery van that delivers to your location. And that was what made it easier for the customers to patronize my business. And it makes it also, at least, to bring me more turnover. Because when I deliver to your location, you don't have to pay for transportation. In fact, some people stay in their house and call me.
Yes.
Please, I need so product. How much is it? This is the price. Before you transfer to my account, ask my driver where I take it to some location. Give the location, they deliver to the person, and that's all. Now, as we speak, for the past 3, 4, almost 5 days now, my vehicle has not even stepped out. Any person who wants to buy must come down to the shop and buy.
And it's affecting,
the
flow of customers. Yes.
That's just the problem. So, at the same vein, they have their own work to do in the office.
So also,
and they don't want to queue up. So also we too, we have our work. Now look at, like I said, 5 days now, my vehicle has been packed, and it's really affecting my business. That was the truth. And it's also affecting other people's business. The same way it's affecting my own. Now let me give you another experience. When I was working with a particular company, during the removal of this first subsidy, what do? We usually send our vehicles to the neighborhood store. They move from shop to shop and make order, sell immediately there. And one thing we say is that when you step to a particular shop, the customer will come to the van, check what is inside, even if what the person doesn't even know about. Seeing it alone, say, which one is this one? Before you know the person, that's why, let me see this one if I can sell it. But now, as the situation is now, most of the vehicles are not going out to follow shop to shop redistribution. What they do is they stay at home, maybe in the office, and call the customers. Madam, have your goods finished? The madam will not say, okay, bring this, and that is all. The other goods that the woman doesn't know about, she won't get it. And it's really affecting the company. I know as a company, there must be a product that is a hard line, whether they like it or not. Those hard lines, how would they go out? At the end of the day, it may finally got expired in the warehouse.
All right. Well, thank you. Honorable Felix, I think I'll turn to you. But before I do, I really want to say thank you for burning your fuel just to be in the studio and talk about how hard it is on Plateau people and Nigerians in general. Okay, let's begin to proffer solutions. We're in for this already. It's happening, and this is true. It's the reality. So how do you think, what do you expect? What should the government do anytime soon just to bring an end to this fuel scarcity, Honorable?
Honestly, what the government should do, they should be very honest and realistic to the citizens. You see, I keep on telling people, there is ethics in politics. When you want to win an election, you use propaganda. You tell people the things they want to hear. At the end of the day, when they have given you the mantle of leadership, you tell people the reality on the ground. The government of Nigeria is not telling us the reality on the ground. I remember, sorry, I keep on saying it. Tinubu told us once he removed subsidy, there will be new life for all of us. Is this thing the new life we are seeing today? Is there any hope for us, the masses? So what am I saying? If, you know, the problem in Nigeria, we have a lot of cabals around him that don't tell him the truth. But he should step out and see what is happening. He should be able to sit down. There's no need of you traveling outside the country just to go and have a luxury life when you have a problem in this country. I'm not talking of the governors, because it is from the top. If the top is good, the center will, the middle will adjust to certain things. And you know, okay, like now, the governors, they don't have any say to fuel problems. I was in Mobi yesterday to buy fuel. Do you know that Mobi opposite First Bank main branch? They told me that all the fuels were reserved for DPR. I was asking, how would they give this DPR to, when they are the people giving fuel for us, and now they reserve the particular fuel to them. In fact, all the fuel, if you don't have any letter from DPR, they are not going to give you fuel. I said, what is happening? We have an NNPC, the same thing applicable to an NNPC. There's no fuel anywhere, like as we said. Okay, like what my brother is saying, today is 1,300, 1,004. Do you have the money?
Do you have the
Have
money?
you made any increment from the salary that people are paying? The students are really suffering. And you know, these people are hope. They are our engine room. If things are not done well, what will be their future in the next 3, 4, 5 years?
Yes. What will be their future?
Yes. So if things are done properly, the government is able to come down, at least put things in place. Because everything we are saying here, if we say without matching any action, it's as good as we are just wasting our time. But we continue to talk. We cannot relent. Because if we don't talk, the problem is still there. But when you talk, they might have a listening ear so that they will solve this problem. Because, sir, the way the whole thing is going, this fuel will get to a price of 2,500 per liter. You said our dollar has depreciated, naira has appreciated. What is happening today? So who is fooling who, sir? You understand what I'm saying? If dollar has depreciated and naira has appreciated, we're supposed to be everywhere. But is it everywhere? Is it this thing the promise that the government told us, the federal government told us that they are going to do? This is just 1 year, sir.
So, okay, now, let's project to see how possibly this fuel scarcity is a big problem to people in the rural communities. For instance, you have a farmer, you have somebody who is a cattle rearer. How does this fuel scarcity affect such an individual?
Let me tell you something. If you go to abattoir to buy meat, a kilo of meat today, as we speak, is about 4,000, 5,000. A kilo. A kilo of meat that is about 2,000, 1,008. If you say something, they will tell you, do you know, before they bring this cow or bring these sheep, that they pay fuel. If you want to buy like fruits, like cucumber, like carrot, like anything, it's triple. Because fuel is like the main source of everything here in this country.
Okay.
And once it has thought that fuel, it has skyrocketed all the prices of things. That is the gospel truth. So eventually, both people in the rural place, both people in urban, it is affecting all the sectors of life, sir. Like what this my brother said, I pity those ones that are the middle class business people, entrepreneurs, because they don't, the whole thing is terrible. Some of them can even pay for their staffs. Some of them cannot pay for their house rents. Some of them cannot even manage to come to office. Because how do you, when you have money, you can come to office. So the whole thing is, in fact, do I say that we are land crashing? I'm saying it without mixing words. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Until the government of the day, the federal government of the day, wake up to their responsibility and be able to take the mantle of leadership, guide it jealously, and be able to make sure that things are done well. You know, Nigerians, we are opportunists. Any little opportunity you see, you double your money. Any little thing you see, you make people life miserable, provided you are making your money in your cool way. So it's a terrible thing, honestly.
Yes, sir. It's like Honorable Felix, you're not blaming this on His Excellency Mr. President alone, because you made mention of having people around, and of course you don't expect him to do this all alone. And in your statement, you're saying, you continually keep saying that he should make sure things are done the right way. So it's like we are not in trouble with the fact that some policies are not good enough for a moment like this, but that probably some people whom should have been there to help the implementation process, to drive it, are not doing that as expected. Is that your position? Yeah,
that is my position, because if you have any policy that is good, you match it with action. You must make sure that you checkmate those policies. Just like here on the plateau, sir. Let me come down to where we are. You can see what Caleb Mufan is doing. When he came to power, he inherited a debt of 307 billion naira from his predecessor. The people, the IPDs, the internally displaced ones, he visited them. He saw what is happening. He saw the attack, the manner and way these attacks are being done.
And he inaugurated a committee
immediately.
To ensure the resettlement.
Yes. Okay. He started work immediately. And remember that the civil servants have been on strike for a bad luck salary for a period of months. He now told the police, don't worry, give me some time. That man has a charisma. When he addressed them, he gave them hope. The governor gave the people of Plateau hope. And we are seeing the hope is manifesting.
All right.
You can see what he's doing.
So this is what you refer to as match it with action. Match your words with action.
Go to Terminus. Yesterday I was in Terminus. I didn't know that Terminus is so beautiful the way it is today. You come and see, if you drop a pin on the ground, you hear the sound. And he's not doing it for, he want to say, because this one is from this tribe. He's doing it for the whole tribe, to make sure that it brings sanity there in the market. Because, in the last few weeks, do you know if there's a crisis there in Terminus, it will be disastrous. Because there was no check and balancing. If there is a bomb blast at that point in time, many people will die. But today, you can see how Terminus is. You can see how Riders is. You can see Gadabu. You can see Feringada.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's. Hello, Prof. We are not on break. Actually, you are on air live now, but it's time for our break time. We'll just go. When we come back, we'll let you speak, Professor. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, gentlemen, it's time for a break. We'll come back right away, and it's going to be your time to join us.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the wall as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune into Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion?
Good also Unity 93.3 FM. It's lovely to have you this morning. It's a Friday, the third day in the month of May. That is the first month in the second quarter of the year 2024, and it's running very, very fast. As fast as it's running, I pray that your achievement in terms of your goals is also coming to reality this fast in the same proportion. Thank you for always being there. Ijia Demori is my name. You can call me Kubi, and I'll be just fine. In the studio, it has been Honorable Felix and Mr. Danjuma, and we've been talking about fuel scarcity, how it affects you, how it affects me, and what do we do to bring an end to it? Do we have a part to play to bring an end to this? So that's what I expect. That when you call, which I expect and pray and hope and wish that you get to call. Let's hear from you if you have any suggestion, if you have any input on how to go about this. It's a reality, it's something that is actually happening. So please, you can join us on our Facebook page. Throw your comments, I get to read them. It's at Unity Radio FM/TV Jos. Facebook again at Unity Radio FM/TV Jos. And for live studio call, 07032353315, and for text messages is 0808478999. And if you call, just tell me your name, your location, and then you go straight in a minute. Let's hear from you. Is this fuel scarcity biting hard on you? That's what I would love to hear. And how do you intend we contribute to make it to bring an end to it? All right, the studio line is booting, and I have a couple of messages here. I'll begin to read them even before the system cooperates for me to be able to pick your calls. So good morning, Unity FM Kobe and the guest in the house. Do we really have hope in this country? I wonder if we have God-fearing leaders. May God help Nigeria and the poor masses. This morning, what do you have for us this morning? Apart from government official, suspected, yesterday you called to let us know that you suspect some vehicles belonging to the Plateau State government manipulating their ways to have fuel. How about that?
Yes, that's kind of unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because I was so disappointed. But all the same, authorities that have been there over a very long period of time.
All right.
Even officials, they don't understand the plot of the common man. They are expected to like question the usage of this trade subsidy by taking from the state. Even for the masses from the state. But instead of that, they manipulate their way. Even though they are collecting what without taking to them in the government house or wherever, it is actually being financed by the taxpayers. And even at that, they want to support the same tax again to manipulate them and get to the implementation earlier enough. At will, not earlier enough, at will, and then get this bill at the expense of the common man waiting for several hours. It's unfortunate. I wish that this government, particularly on the plateau, is actually not continuing that kind of behavior or attitude, whatever it is. So that the opposition, like I said this today, will not cash in on that. But away from that, on the topic of this data, the government of Tinubu, honestly, they are insensitive to the plight of Nigerians.
All right.
I can say that because fuel has increased by 300%.
Okay.
After making that pronouncement on the regulation that the subsidy is gone.
Yes.
The subsidy is gone, and the increment of fuel has gone up by 300%.
All right.
Has gone up by 300%.
All right.
Two things have also gone up by 150%.
Okay.
The salary of workers yesterday to the students the World Workers' Day.
Yes.
The workers are still struggling. You put able to like make that pronouncement on the job regulation that this thing is gone. We are expecting also to increase the workers so that they can go in line. People cannot be working in this government.
Thank you so much.
So for the president and the state cannot be the way work in Nigeria again. We need all these workers. And if you are not paying them, want to put to produce them, they are telling them to go and be corrupt.
Mr. Benedict. Thank you, Mr. Benedict.
Nigeria can never be in this particularly. And I think Nigeria should stand up and demand for their rights. Nigeria belongs to all of us.
Thank you, Mr. Benedict. Okay, thank you. Yes, we've been notified that the Plateau State Commissioner of Police, Hassan, has been transferred, and at the moment, the command is taken care by Mr. Adeshina, and we'll get details on that and we'll let you know. Thank you so much for that information. Hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that. 07032353315. You can be live with us in the studio. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Okay, 07032353315. Morning, Uncle B. Today, your two guests have spoken our mind, especially about fuel scarcity, hike in prices, and the negligence of our leaders. IBB Tello. Thank you, IBB. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sadiq Umar from
Sadiq Umar, you have a minute. Go on, please. Thank you.
I want to speak on this difference of
all right.
Economic You see, our economy is around about fuel in Nigeria. That's why whenever people have going up, that's why the correlation of this market will go up.
Okay.
And whenever the quality has the price have come down, you see the correlation of fuel have come down. But my next problem is that it's like only a plastic. And you see that this type of petrol have bring this kind of amount. So we don't know what is the rest of the CPR and other stuff that are related with the market sector. But they need to especially not get it right. And last year, I want to make the governor Barista Kale Bupa actually turning the cabinet market to a modern market. And we are calling on the people for the cooperation between the government. And we are going to those that are shouting outside, they should go back to the cabinet premises so that we can get the development can end and the development will reach everywhere. Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sadiq Umar, for calling. All right, this one says a happy and blessed day to Sir Kubi, Prof. P.H. Bamayi, and Barrister Paul Zaruma, thank you so much for the work and sacrifice you do for humanity. An ATM card of UBA was picked yesterday around Apata Busabuji with the name Gasina Dama Mubarak, just in case the owner is listening. Call Kulbi, the presenter of Unity Train. Okay, there's a number here provided in case you want to call. Thank you so much for sending that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Kulbi.
Good morning.
Well, back on air after leaving the station.
Okay, go on in a minute,
I
sir.
discovered that I have to make a little update about the Commissioner of Police for Plateau State.
In a minute, please go on.
I was referring to the Commissioner of Police for Plateau State as Hassan Steve Yabanet.
Yes.
I had forgotten that he had been transferred last month.
Okay.
The new Commissioner of Police for Plateau State is Mr. Emmanuel Adesina.
Exactly.
Mr. Emmanuel Adesina is the new Commissioner of Police.
Yes.
For Plateau State.
Thank you.
And he's the one calling upon him to ensure that justice is served in the case of the woman whose husband, who is an inspector of police, who cut off the woman's hand. They should ensure that justice is done and justice is seen to be done.
Thank you so much.
On the matter of fuel scarcity across the country,
yes,
with fuel selling for 2,500 naira a liter in Sokoto State and also in Taraba State, it is a serious matter, for Nigerians. And it is high time we begin to think about diversifying from petrol. We've been talking about the CNG gas, and then a young man had even invented a vehicle that moves on a mixture of water and some other things in Borno State. And new innovations are coming up.
Yes.
So I know that for a long time to come, we'll still be using petrol. So we are appealing to the government that something must be done about this acute fuel scarcity.
Okay.
It has been a problem from generation to generation. Something should be done so that Nigerians will not continue to suffer perpetually because of fuel.
Thank you so much, Prof.
It's found in our own country.
Yes.
And we're suffering as a result of it. Please, our political leaders, let's take decisive steps to end the suffering of Nigerians.
Thank you so much for calling back, Professor Paveno H. Bamayi. Okay, very quickly, an SMS here says, good morning, my excellent radio presenter, Kobe Zuma Maisaukinkai. Good morning, Professor P.H. Bamayi and the barrister in the studio. Thanks for the good work. I always appreciate your good work. Please keep it up. Happy Workers' Day. Okay, this one was for yesterday. God bless Nigeria and Plateau State from Murtala Yahya Igi. And he continued by saying, good morning, Kobe. Morning, Professor P.H. Bamayi and your guest in the studio. Thanks for the good work. I always appreciate you. Good work. Please keep it up. Happy Jamaat Mubarak. Okay, Jamaat Mubarak. God bless Nigeria and the Plateau State. Have a wonderful day from Murtala Yahya Igia and Shanu. Thank you, Murtala. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. It's good to have you. You are live on air.
My name is Chief Eke.
Okay, thank you. You may need to stay away from your radio set. It's a bit interfering.
I'll stay away from there.
You're welcome. You have a minute. Go on.
Yes. The issue of this first scarcity.
Yes.
I telling you the program coordinator, except the government intervene immediately. If it's in other country now, the minister of petroleum would have resigned. The good managing director of NNPC would have resigned. Because it's a slap on their face. What you have is cash in your place. What a shame. It's unfortunate. I was at Gadabu, saw the number of people crowding on the filling station.
Yes.
If anything happens, you guys explosion.
Oh mine, I think we lost him, and truly apologize. It's not from my end. 07032353315. He was making a vital point there and an angle that is hardly mentioned. Well, an SMS here from Bulus Esther Ohoman in Faringeda says, good morning, Kubi and the professor in the studio and the barrister. May God help us all in these issues of fuel going on in Nigeria. God bless Unity FM, Plateau State, and Nigeria at large. We pray for a better Nigeria over our dreams. Thank you, Bulus Esther Ohoman. And good morning to Kubi and the guest in the studio. Honestly, the government should do something about the fuel scarcity because it is biting harder. As we celebrate the World Praise the Freedom Day, let's celebrate our journalists as they help in shaping also for a better future. Through their work, courage, and perseverance, we get to know what is happening across the world. God bless them. Jamaat Kareem, to my Muslim brothers and sisters, peace is priceless. God bless Unity FM Nigeria at large. And this is coming from Christy Azang. Another one says, good morning. Nobody hears a thing. Your callers are saying their voices. Okay. Thank you so much for letting us know that. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you.
This might be calling from.
All right, it's good to have you. Go on in a minute.
I think it's unfortunate that the government cannot do it.
All right.
Just like one of your cases I just mentioned.
All right.
The issue of this fuel subsidy. We were told that as soon as this fuel subsidy is out, life is going to be better for average Nigerians. But until now, we are not seeing any sign of anything. So the question is, what's the sense of the fuel subsidy rebound? And as we speak now, the government is keeping this subsidy through back door. And Tinubu, we saw him sometime this week or last week, talking to the world, as though they kept listening, that he has removed fuel subsidy. But the resolution has shown that Tinubu is still paying subsidy. Why can't the government tell Nigerians simple truth so that we know exactly what's happening in this country?
All right.
And to add it all, as the masses are so docile that we don't know our rights, we don't know our rights completely. We allow the government to take us for granted. Whatever they give us, we take it. And they will swallow this other thing they give us. It's unfortunate.
All right.
But there are people begin to take their what adjective to 45 days.
Okay.
So that is actually.
So how do you advise? How do you advise Nigerians should make their demands? Okay, he's not there. He was suggesting that Nigerians should continue to make demands. I wanted to know how he would prefer to have us do that. Okay, back to you because of our time. Let's just start with you, Honorable Felix. So, your response to some of this, and then we proffer solution and get out of here.
Yeah, I was thinking that May 1st, the union leaders will have been dogged and stand for their rights, so we can give a support. From look of things, they didn't say anything. There were no pressure from anywhere. So we're thinking, personally I said, if they are shouting praises on some of the accolades on some of the leaders, something is wrong somewhere. You know, people are dying of hunger because of fuel scarcity and some of the policies. We're thinking, since it's what do you call it, Workers' Day,
yes,
International Workers' Day, 1st May, they will have stood their grounds and say, this is what we want, this is what we don't want. But it's quite unfortunate. Instead, I'm so surprised over that. And the way we are going, sir, if the people come out from the streets, honestly, it will be a terrible thing. Because the thing has gotten to our necks. Because the whole thing is not giving us a safe landing here in Nigeria as a country. So I am of opinion that anything we are going to do, in fact, the federal government should declare a state of emergency immediately. It is not something you continue waiting. And if you continue waiting, when the time bomb explodes, honestly, the country will be in disarray. So they say a stitch in time saves 9. We have to do something, and as a government, as a people, because the whole thing has gotten to a point of no return.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. From Ismail Isa, I say good morning, Mr. Kobe. Good morning, Professor P.H. Bamaye and the barrister. Honestly, I personally want to join you today to celebrate World Praise of Freedom Day, because journalism covers every aspect of life, especially in solving complete crises. Okay, awareness and sensitizations, educations, the general public through media, but malicious information causes a lot of problems, even crisis. Happy International Press Day. Thank you, Ismail Isa. And our Facebook page is now really supporting, and truly apologize, I may not be able to read more than this. Mr. Danjuma, as we round up, please, your words.
Well, the only thing I have to tell the public or the government is like this. First of all, the government need to act. If not, like my other speaker have said, that we are already on the time bomb, so we should not allow that to explode. That is the truth, because the moment it explodes, it's going to affect even the elite. That's one thing I know. So, secondly, I urge the government to step into this and know what is the cause of this scarcity. Why is this scarcity there from the beginning? Then, if it is an artificial one, they should provide a solution to the problem.
Yes.
Then,
how I wish you allow me to ask you, don't you think, what your opinion, is it artificial scarcity, or you think there is every reason that there should be scarcity of fuel?
Well, for me, if you ask me, I'll tell you that the scarcity is an artificial one. Maybe some certain human beings or somewhere want to make some money, and that's why the scarcity is. You know, one thing I know is, in a nation like Nigeria, when others are suffering, others are, few individuals are enjoying. Let's assume 10% may be enjoying, when 90% are suffering. That's how Nigeria's system is.
Okay, so you're round up.
So now, the only thing that I believe that will work for this country, as government, may maybe help, is to step into this. What is the cause? They should put their mechanisms in place to find out what are the problems. Right. What do they want, especially the marketers? Because I always believe that whenever there is scarcity, it always comes from the independent marketers. Because they are the ones that distribute this fuel around. If they refuse to bring it, there's nothing we can do about it. Then if the government too cannot step into it, then who will control them? Nobody. Now we have DPR there. What are DPR doing? This is the time they need to do all these things, to make sure they checkmate almost every other fuel station to know why are you hiking your price? Why is the fuel so scarce? Is it from them or from these other guys, the marketers?
Okay.
Because they talked about dollar, the hiking in price of most of the commodities in the market and fuel price is because of the dollar. Now the dollar has gone down, at least Naira have appreciated over the dollar.
So what is the problem?
What is going on now?
So
now you can hear what maybe in other places, like in Abuja, someone told me last night that they buy for around 1,000. As far as last week, we were even buying 700, 800. It was 1 2.
Okay, so okay, well, thank you so much.
So please, I need to step into this.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Danjuma Zira, for coming, burning your fuel just to be here, taking your time, and truly appreciate. And Honorable Felix Konkojepi, thank you so much.
Thank you. I wouldn't want to leave this the station without appreciating our Honorable Minister, Ibrahim Salihu Nakande. And our dogged and amiable His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasimufa.
Yes.
Honestly, right. I need to appreciate him. And you too, our dear brother, Kubi, and our younger brother too here in the studio. Honestly, I'm so happy today. At least I have said my mind, because it has been bothering me, because
thank you so
things
much.
are not working well in this country.
You know, sometimes
I will sleep like a baby, because I've learned some of the things I want to tell our people to hear, and the government.
All right, Honorable Felix, thank you so much. I know you have a lot to say. We will let you come again and again, and thank you so much for wanting to say something, and others will not want to. The crew who made this possible, I truly appreciate the fact that you stood all your ground to make sure it's a success. You who listen, and you followed us on Facebook and whatever platform, truly appreciate. See you tomorrow. Oh my, I will not be here tomorrow because it's Saturday. On Monday, God's willing, we will be here. Do have yourself a lovely weekend ahead. Bye bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me